Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are live in Linden, Tennessee, and we are so excited because we got a fun thing coming up.
Yes, this is the week that our gathering at the Buffalo River starts at here in Linden, Tennessee, Middle Tennessee.
We'll just chip the ice off and everybody can go kayaking.
Massive cold front coming through. The entire east of the Mississippi part of the country is going to hit really cold temperatures for the next Monday, Tuesday. And in fact, we've had somebody who were coming here and they panicked and turned around and left because it's coming tomorrow night. But anyway, it should be okay. Just you just have to bundle up.
Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, we're looking forward to wearing our sweatshirts and our coats. Daytime temperatures are going to be in the 50s, 60s, and at night, Monday, Tuesday, they're talking in the low 30s, upper 20s even. So now we've got, which is great for us because we have our podcast this week is all about winterization, and we're going to talk about it. And let me just give you a quick hint at it. Many of you have not winterized, and this cold front is coming. What do? If you're in your RV camping somewhere and you have the heater on, you're fine. If you're not sure that's good enough, you can just leave a little drip in the faucet. I don't think anything's going to freeze. It's only going to be that cold for a few hours, and then it's warming up in the daytime. But make sure you have some clothes when you're outside and have a nice fire because it's going to be cool.
Make sure you bring your long johns, those that are coming.
Hey, Mary Kay from Palmyra, Tennessee. Congratulations to you. Mary Kay, last initial is K. Mary is the winner of our Hollywood bike rack, the RV Rider, which we gave away. It's a $600 value, and lots of people entered, and she is the lucky winner. And hopefully you can use that. It will hold two 80-pound each e-bikes. And it's a really nice rack. We did a video on it a week or two ago, and are delighted to have it on for our e-bikes. But Mary Kay is the winner of that giveaway. We'll have a new giveaway in just a couple of weeks, and stay with us. Lots of great prizes as we try and find something we can give you every week. That's fun. So we are in Linden, Tennessee, and the backdrop isn't very good because we're up against a wall, but we're actually in the Speakeasy Lounge at the Commodore Hotel. And the theme, of course, the Commodore was a hotel, and this has been restored to its 1939 glory. Phyllis and Wendy from our staff are staying here this week in getting ready for all of our campers to come in, and we're going to have a little time tonight. We're going to pack bags. We're giving gift bags to all of our campers. Campers are staying at the Loretta Lynn campground about 30 miles away. We originally were someplace else, but we that place turned out couldn't handle us, and we had to move the plans. But we think we're in the best place. Loretta Lynn campground's great, and of course Loretta Lynn passed away a week or so ago, and there's just a lot of interest in her right now. And the campground is fun. We have a big potluck tomorrow that we'll share all this on social media for those of you who aren't there. But we're delighted, and we thank the folks at the Commodore who've allowed this to be kind of our staff headquarters as we get ready for the gathering. Jen and I are staying at our property, Loblolly Ridge, which is in the woods outside of town.
About 4 or 5 miles?
Yeah, between here and where they're camping. And the rest of the week, we had a big picnic on Tuesday. We've got a block party Wednesday night here in downtown Linden. There's shopping, there's antiquing, there's tours, all sorts of stuff to tour. Natchez Trace isn't far away, and lots of folks will be there. Hey, we need your questions. Lots of you are already out there, but we want to hear you and see what we can do to help answer any of your questions about the RV lifestyle. We are delighted always to be here, and we thank again our friends Michael and Kathy Dumont of the Commodore Hotel, and we thank Luke, who's here tonight taking care of us and our staff as we get ready to plan this great gathering. So let's go to your questions, see what we can do to comment or answer. Ed Richards. Ed's from Louisiana. He's always with us on Sunday night on our Ask Us Anything, and he is not far from us. He's spending the night at the beautiful Trace State Park near Tupelo, Mississippi, the birthplace of the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. And we stayed there. We love that park.
We do.
And we'll see Ed here. Yeah, he'll be checking in tomorrow at our gathering. So Ed, enjoy that park. It's a great park, and we'll see you at our gathering.
See you soon.
Yeah, so good to always see you. Sharon Childress, they were hoping to come, but their plans changed. They can't. Sorry you can't make it, Sharon, but check social media, and you can live gratuitously through the post of others who are here. We have some great prizes we're going to give away, too. I'm really excited to give some prizes to our happy campers. So that'll be fun. Kathy Brown.
When you had your LTV Wonder rear twin bed, did you have an automated leveling system put on? Yes, he did. Do levelers reduce the ground clearance for the coach? Yes, they do. And how much weight did it add? Thank you.
It added about 150 pounds, I believe, if I recall. 125 also sticks in my mind, but somewhere in that. It wasn't a terrible amount of weight. Yes, it did reduce the ground clearance.
Yeah, we knocked one or two off.
We knocked two off one time. It was more of an operator error, but still, it did reduce the ground clearance. And I know that Leisure Travel Vans does not officially recommend what we did.
And we were the first to do it.
We were the first to do it, and they were very interested in that. Oh, go ahead, try it. But based on our experience, they don't recommend it. Overall, though, we had really, we're delighted we had them. We really think that automated levelers are great. We have them on all of our motorhomes that we've had in the last few years. That's one of the few
It is such
luxuries
a
we
nice
want.
luxury.
Push a button.
Push a button, and hopefully it works.
Yep. So, but it's not recommended by the factory. So because of that
low clearance,
there's just too much of a low clearance. So hope that answers your question, Kathy. Linda Ward, Robbinsville, New Jersey.
We are hoping to get one more trip in before winterizing. Then we will travel with no running water.
Oh,
You're
my
going to
goodness.
still travel. You're just not going to have running water.
Yeah, and it's it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but you certainly can camp.
You
and
can
travel.
still camp. You can still travel.
We're doing our winter camp out in January in the Upper Peninsula, and
for all who want to come.
I looked last night. I think I looked, and there's only a few scattered sites available for the winter camp out.
But what I said to you, I think sometimes, I don't know what the number is, but I think there's a few that they always have to keep available for a walk-in. So I don't know what the numbers are. We got to call up there and find out.
Yeah, but we always keep that group's always like 20 RVers or so, 20 RVs, 40 people, 40,
just
50 people.
Nice size group.
Yep. And that one is the first full weekend in January, and you make your reservations directly with the Commodore Falls State Park, not with us.
And we love that. It's so easy.
We don't have to do anything except tell you where we're going to be, and we're going to be there, and come join us.
And it's repetitious. We always do the same places.
Yep. Renee Wilson.
Yeah. We're watching from the Woodlands.
They're over not far from us here, and they're going to be here. There's a lot of people who have property at the Woodlands like we do. That's where we have our Loblolly Ridge. And they'll be joining us at the festivities that we do. And then many other people. I think we added up 14 different states coming to our gathering, and everything from Class Bs, Class Cs, Class As, motorhomes, towable trailers, fifth wheels. So we're going to have a good group.
Okay, so you can listen to this. Those that don't have any type of motorhome, one of our winter campouts, one of the women came and slept in her car.
She did.
Oh, and then we had another. It was a father's son. They slept in their car too a couple years later.
And we had somebody.
So don't let not having an RV stop you.
Somebody in one of our winter campouts made an igloo and slept in that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're all slightly crazy that go winter camping.
Yes.
It's kind of what it says.
Yeah, we are, but it's fun. Davis, Tandy, and Buster, I know they're on the list to come.
Yeah, they're washing the RV and loading it up for tomorrow, bringing the usual of the barbecue and chocolate cake.
Don't tell too many people about that cake, guys, because remember, I have to be the official taster of that cake.
That's a tradition. They always bring the chocolate cake.
And it is awesome. Barbecue and cake, does it get any better?
No better than that.
Bring warm clothes because it's going to be cold.
Yep.
We look forward to seeing you guys. So that'll be fun. Johnny Lightning.
Let's see. I was talking to the former assistant chief engineer at your old employer last night, and he just got his ham license.
Okay. Don't know who that would be and what former employer, but good for him. It's all good. All right.
All good.
Yeah, it's all good. Gary Bates.
Hello from Winter Garden, Florida.
Yeah. You're going to be laughing. You're going to even get a little cool. I think it's supposed to even get cooler in Florida this week. Amazing storm. They're going to get a foot of snow in some parts of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan over Monday and Tuesday.
Wow.
And that cold snap is coming all the way down. It'll even be felt on the Gulf Coast. But in Middle Tennessee, they're talking, like I say, upper 20s, low 30s, which is almost unheard of this time of year. Yeah.
How about back home? Because we've got...
It's not even going to be quite that cold back in Michigan, 600 miles north. So you figure it. Crazy weather. And we're due for a rough winter. We haven't had a rough winter for a number of years. Chris Mondo Biondo.
From Table Rock Lake. We're looking forward to seeing you all soon. Bo, Mike, and Jen, and Phyllis.
Yeah, and Wendy, we just got a text from her.
Has she got
I
her
don't
car?
know. She just flew into Nashville and is driving here. It's supposed to be 90-minute drive. I don't think she's got her car yet.
I don't think she's got her car yet. The plane was half an hour late taking off.
That's why we like RVs.
That's why we like to RV. We don't like having somebody else in control.
Yep. So we're gonna have a gift bag stuffing party tonight here at the Commodore Hotel in Linton.
After we eat a little spaghetti.
Yeah. Yep. Facebook user, you ever been to Alaska in an RV?
We have not driven to Alaska in an RV. We've been to Alaska twice and loved Alaska. Flew in for work and went up to
stayed extra and drove all over.
Yeah, had fun.
Hiked, Denali, and we love it. And I've answered this question before, but we haven't taken the RV there because it's really a 2-month trip, and we have so many other obligations that we have to do for our business, which is RV lifestyle, like appearances and things you have to do that we haven't been able to.
It hasn't worked out.
It just hasn't worked out.
And then one year we were going to go, and our children surprised us with a birthday gift named Bo.
Bo the dog.
And then we didn't want to take a puppy.
And then we were going to go the year of COVID, and that stopped that. So, we're trying to figure out a 2-month trip that we can do. We also want to do the Maritimes, which is another extensive trip as well. Becky Schartzer Kupczak.
Hello from Arizona. Finally starting to cool off in the 80s. Time to plant my pansies and geraniums.
It's too hot the rest of the year, isn't it? Cooling off in the 80s. We have some friends on the beach down in the Panhandle, and they tell us it was 82 and sunny down there. Was that yesterday or today? I lose track. Let's see. Nancy Kane, Northwest Indiana. Hi to you, Nancy. Carol Buckingham.
The boonies in far north Texas.
Yeah.
Wonder what the weather's like there right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get it out there. Marty Santek with a comment.
Let's see. All use distilled water for the batteries, but learned the distilled water at the grocery and drugstore is distilled, but minerals are added. After of many checkouts, only CVS sells pure water. My CVS by our house never has distilled water. So you're lucky your CVS sells distilled water.
Yeah. So
that's interesting. You think you're buying distilled water. It is distilled, but then they decide to add minerals.
Well, I don't know why they do that, but for all you with AGM batteries and stuff for your batteries. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good advice. Pay attention. Listen up.
Thanks, Marty, for sharing that. Helen Hyatt.
Hello from Chinco Valley, Arizona. First time. Thank you for listening, Helen.
Chino Valley.
Chino.
Yeah, nice weather there too, I bet. Glad you're with us, Helen. Make it a habit. Come back every Sunday night. We're here, and we would love to hear it. Anna Berry.
Is it still an RV seller market, or have things changed?
Surprisingly, it's still pretty much a seller's market, although it has... I guess, it's still in the seller's thing. Prices have gotten more reasonable. People are slowing in the buying process because of the dismal economy that we are now in. You can see, just like the housing market, the price for sales of RVs have definitely dropped. They're adjusting production schedules at many of the RV manufacturers. dealers have more inventory on lots and they stay there a little longer. People are finding, of course, this is always a slower time when you want to sell a used RV because most people don't camp in the winter. It's kind of like houses. That's why we're putting our house up for sale this week. And
that's why we put our house up for sale after peak time when
if we missed the peak time, but it's still, they're still selling pretty good. Nothing like they were, in the spring, but
there's always that magic balance because they were working so many hours and so hard. The people that we talked to and Indiana, they never saw the sun. I mean, they were just working incredible hours. So that balance of working too much, not working enough.
If you are selling an RV, sell it now, Anna, because I think everything is, you can't talk about the economy because then people say you're political, but it doesn't show any signs of improving. Even with the election coming up, no matter how it goes. So sell now. Melanie Pitts.
What do you think of Forest River?
The FR3. She's telling that is a really sweet little RV for a beginner. It's great. Remember when you're picking up an entry level, as that is called, an entry level.
Oh, it's okay.
You always know when Bo is with us.
Somebody slammed a car door. Imagine that.
Yeah. What
Bo,
is going
stop
on?
it.
Whenever you pick up an entry level RV, it doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles. This one's really cute. It's got a lot of stuff in it, and I think that you'll be really happy, and you'll be able to know whether the RV lifestyle is.
Bo.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, folks.
Quiet. This is middle of the night last night.
Yes, he did. We got into our place last night late. We were exhausted. It's been a crazy week. We've been on the road for hours and hours all week long. Probably 2,500 miles this week driving around.
Come over here and sit down.
And
come over here. Now
you're
in a timeout.
And so we were just, and then he was just strange enough, and he heard creatures running around in the woods, and he barked like crazy. Donnie Bass, what's the best gas card company or credit card you found that you can get the most points or cash back and cheaper gas? They all have one, Danny. The one I use for diesel is, I always have to look it up. And it doesn't save that much. None of these stuff save you that much. It is where is it? Oh, it helps if I could find it. Shell, I saw, had a pretty good one. Speedway has discounts. Some of them, T-Mobile has a gas card discount. I'm not going to, you can look them up all yourself, but the one I have is the EFS, which is actually, it's from I can't read this here, TSD Logistics. And it's also, you can look it up, TSD Open Roads if you have diesel. That's, of course, reversed, right? Because the camera's reversed. But that's the one I use, and it's for diesel only. They're talking about making it a gas card. Pilot has a discount program if you stop at Pilot's. I have generally found that the Pilot prices are way up, so even if they discount them, they're still higher than you can find at a mom and pop gas station. So, it's gas there's no such thing as cheap gas anymore. So,
everybody's trying to find the best deals.
Yep. Donna Joyce, hi, you two from Lemoore, North Dakota. Said they were unable to get out this summer, and they're wondering if the antifreeze will need to be replaced.
Oh.
So you were antifreeze last year, and you're antifreeze now? You never took it out? That's terrible. But no, you should not have to. You shouldn't have to replace it.
We have
antifreeze lasts forever.
Friends in Florida that left antifreeze in their rig all the time.
Yeah.
They never took it out.
Yeah. So is that lesson, Kathy?
Yeah.
Well, they're coming to our gathering, so
I hope they didn't take it out.
Hope they left their antifreeze in. No, they don't.
It's out now.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. With this is short, Cole Smith. Mike Cortez.
Really love the Leisure rear twin bed. We saw and bought.
That's the Wonder. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They saw and bought. Yeah, the Leisure rear twin bed Wonder. I'm sure he's talking about.
Well, it could be. The Unity has a rear twin bed as well.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, and it's awesome. And bought it at the Hershey RV show. Just saying hello. Safe travels.
Great to
I bet you got the Unity.
They didn't get it. They
ordered.
They saw it. No, they didn't order it. They just saw. Oh, they did buy, and they did buy. Great. Wow.
I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, it's going to take you about 2 years to get it, but Johnny Lightning says, "Smash that like button." All right, people don't like to do that, so that's okay. But thanks, Johnny, for thinking about us. We appreciate the kind thoughts. Jerry Cornelius.
Thanks for the mobile tech suggestion. Came out, replaced our generator regulator. Total time 3 hours. Thanks for the mobile tech suggestion. Awesome.
I do not recommend taking your RV for repairs to a dealer unless there's no other option. If it's under warranty, it's probably what you have to do. Although many techs will work with warranties, you can get reimbursed. I recommend using mobile techs. And our friend Jerry hit the Woodlands. Jerry and Susie just had a mobile tech out yesterday to fix their RV. They're less expensive. They're prompt. I think they do better work. And I'm glad you followed our advice, Jerry. I'm a big fan of mobile RV techs. They're great people. Mike Badlinger.
How often are you actually full-time and or part-time?
We've never been full-time. Never want to be full-time. That's
never
not
had
our
a
thing.
desire for that.
There's less than 1 million. I think it's like 700,000 full-timers out of 11 million RVers. First of all, do y'all know that RVs are not meant to be lived in full-time? In fact, it sometimes voids your warranty if you are a full-timer. Now, you don't want to tell people that, but, and some insurance companies will turn down a claim on an RV if it's full. They're not meant to be lived in full-time. I think
that's very shocking for a whole bunch of people.
It is shocking because the industry, they don't want you to know that, but there are not that many full-timers out there. And it's just not, we're on the road probably half, 3/4 of the time, but we have a sticks and bricks house. And now we have this property in Tennessee where we keep our fifth wheel as a base camp. We'll probably take it back to Michigan at this new property. By the way, we closed on that property, that 10 acres in Michigan. We closed Friday before we came down here. But we are not full-timers, never want to be a full-timer. It's not for us. We have friends who are.
I think you wanted to be a full-timer.
Tilly, you told me that I would be a solo traveler if I was a full-timer. So
we were in a Class B.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
I would have gotten old.
Laura Rederos, what's better, the Travato or the Nova? Depends on what you want. The Travato was the best-selling, I think it still is, the best-selling Class B in America or North America. The Nova is not, so that tells you which one is the most popular. But that's because the Travato's, the Winnebago franchise, and they're everywhere, and they've really promoted it. So I can't tell you which is better. It's all subjective, whatever you like the best. But I know Nova's a good rig, very well thought of, has lots of fans. The Travato just sells a lot more, so you hear more about it. But they've got lots of different models of the Travato and lots of great options. And Winnebago really, I think, does an excellent job of keeping the Travato updated and kind of on the cutting edge. So, but which is better? It's so subjective. Jeff Newman.
Why is Jennifer on the other side of Mike tonight?
Because I told
found
him
that. I said, Mike, I'm on the wrong side.
Okay, let's fix it up. Let's fix it. Watch this. 1, 2, there. Is that better? Okay. How's that? There you go, Jeff. And now it'll work. Let me adjust the camera a little bit, but yeah.
It didn't work. Your magic trick through StreamYard didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute, it's showing up on mine.
It shows on our screen.
But on your screen, but not on ours.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
you missed that because
you usually are on this side of me.
I told you that when we sat down. I said, "Why am I on this side tonight?"
Okay, I don't know, because that's the way we sat, and it worked out.
Okay.
That was Phyllis, by the way. Phyllis, part of our team here. They're getting ready for our gathering this week. She is upstairs in her room at the Commodore Hotel, and we're down in the Speakeasy Bar, and we're having. Fortunately, the bar's not open, so we're able to
get it all to ourselves.
Yeah, and we're able to tap into their super high speed. But we've got some meetings here tonight, so that's why we're here. BW.
Jen, what is your go-to dinner meal to make in your RV kitchen? What do I make in the RV kitchen? Usually,
salad.
Salad is my go-to
and then
meal.
some more salad.
You get so tired of eating salad all the time.
Salad.
Because then I make you grilled meat
And more
outside,
salads.
and we throw that on top of our
Yeah,
salad.
sometimes we
What
put chicken on the salad.
We always put chicken or steak, something on the salad. But what I like to do is I make a dish at home, and then I cut it up into, for the two of us, servings, and I freeze it. And that is my favorite thing to take with us.
So tell them what you brought this week.
This time we have a lot of lasagna with us. And sometimes we have chicken pot pie and just whatever I've made at home. I freeze it and put the date on it, and we take it with us when we hit the road.
I thought you made some chili.
Oh, I do. We have chili. I made a whole bunch of chili.
We're going to need it.
Chili.
Especially when it's cool, like this cold snap coming.
So whatever I make at home. But in the RV, there's no favorite. It's just whatever I feel like making.
Yeah, but the big thing is always
I try to make as much as I can at home.
Meals, yep, and go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
He complains so about salads. I love salads.
Oh, once a day is okay, but no, I like salad. Davis, Tandy, and Buster.
One of our neighbors is a native of Linden. The Commodore used to be a law office decades ago, and his cousin is a sheriff.
It seems like everybody's cousin's the sheriff. I think it's.
We met the sheriff's son when we were walking Bo around once.
Yeah, really cute.
Very
little
nice
kids
young
in
man.
town.
Nice kids.
And the Commodore, was a hotel
nice.
in 1939, and then it kind of fell into disrepair. And I'm sure they built some. There are law offices just down the block here from us, but
the courthouse is.
Mike and Kathy bought this a few years ago, and man, they have just done such a wonderful job
of love.
rehabbing. A lot of people. It's they call this area Nashville's big backyard. Nashville's 90 minutes or 90 miles to our east, and a lot of people come in. Linden's was voted one of the most charming small towns. It's just a fun place to be, and this place has become kind of our favorite weekend gathering spot, particularly on Friday night. They often will bring in Nashville entertainers.
Friday and Saturday.
And we had a singer here last night. He'll be at our picnic on Tuesday. He's a great songwriter, singer. And then we've got, I think, a group called the Picking Crows who will be performing at our street dance on Thursday night. So we love Linden. It's really fun. Yes.
Kathy just messaged me and said my room used to be the law office.
Oh, okay. Kathy and Mike are watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask Kathy if Kathy's watching. So, Kathy, do you really trust me to be right here next to the wine? And all by ourselves?
Do you trust me to be by that big bottle of Coca-Cola?
Oh, yeah.
That's my weakness.
Yeah, I like Coke too. That's good. Brenda Swindle.
Hi from Dallas, Texas, in the high 60s.
I love 60s, high 60s and 70s. Fall is my favorite time of the year.
Something about people from Michigan. We like it 65 to 70.
Yeah.
That's our comfort zone.
Yeah. It's going to be fun to see all these people with the cold snap, including us.
Yeah. It's always cold is always colder when it first comes.
Eric Miller.
Could you recap your winterizing temps? We want to delay as long as possible. We are in Southwest Ohio.
I know exactly how you feel, Eric. Okay. Again, I want to remind everybody that Thursday we have back on the program again.
Wednesday?
Yes. Did I say? I said Thursday.
Yeah.
I said Thursday. I have no idea. But Wednesday we have Todd Henson back from the RV Training Academy.
And Todd is awesome.
He is awesome. They call him the Beard. You remember the big beard? And we spend a really long time talking.
Over 20 minutes?
Oh, it's like a 30-minute, almost 20-minute interview about winterizing. And Todd really goes into a lot of detail. And there'll be a transcript. We'll post that on the RV Lifestyle blog. But for a lot of you who on Monday and Tuesday throughout most of the country from the Mississippi on are going to face really cold, freezing weather. Here's what we say. First, if you are in the RV, if you're camping and you've got your heat running and it gets down 32 or a little below for a few hours at night, you're okay. Nothing's going to freeze up. If you're a little bit concerned about it, maybe just leave a faucet on, dripping a little bit. That's probably all you have to do. Most of the campgrounds will have frost-free spigots, or they'll tell you that they're okay. Ask your campground, and they have to worry about the spigot freezing up, and I'm sure you won't.
Now I have an uncomfortable question for you.
Okay.
When we were at the Kentucky Horse Park, when we first, we're starting to RV, and we had ice, in the morning when we got up.
Yes. Well, you know why that was. Can I come back to that? I just
Sure.
want to give everybody one thing. So before you really have to panic about are things going to freeze up, before you have to panic about that, just realize that if it's 28 degrees for an hour or two, you're okay. If it's 28 degrees for 10, 12 hours, 8 hours, then things will freeze. But generally, it's going to take longer. If you have a puddle on the ground and it has a thick coat of ice on it, then you have to worry. And that takes, a couple hours. So don't worry about it if you're camping. If your RV is just sitting there, go turn on the heater. Let it heat up, and you should be fine as well. Now, what Jennifer's talking about is we had just started, and we were in Florida, and we were coming back to Michigan in late March or April, and underneath our RV was this huge icicle, this whole ball of stuff that had frozen. And the reason that is because at that time we had the type of heater we had, so Webasto, had when the temperature got to a certain degree, it emptied all the water in the heater, so the water heater wouldn't get damaged. And what happened is it emptied all the water in the freezer, and then as we drove, it froze. So as we were driving, it got down to whatever that temperature was, and it froze. And as we kept driving north, that water that was coming up froze, and that was the problem with that.
It wasn't the cure just putting it someplace warm?
Yeah, the cure was just taking it and letting it defrost. When the daytime temperatures get in the 50s, 60s consistently, and it's only that cold for a couple hours at night, you can delay. Personally, we do our motorhome winterization just usually the week before Thanksgiving. And I know I'm pushing it, but that's when I do it, because we're like you. Now we're excited about our fifth wheel because I have heated black water tanks and heated gray water tanks, and I have heated batteries, and our piping underneath the RV is all in an area that is partially heated. It's not exposed to the outside elements. So I'm told we can use that pretty much right on through. Eric, I hope that helped. Tune in Wednesday. I do have a lot of winterizing videos on our YouTube channel that you can look at too.
And it's going to be a 2-week.
Yeah, we're going to talk this Wednesday about winterization, and then the following week about if you store your RV, if you put it out of service for a few months and it's stored someplace, what you need to do as well. So good stuff. A Facebook user with a question.
First time on the call.
Roland Garcia, San Leon, Texas.
Let's see. I'm a Class C owner for 3 years. So much fun. We're so happy that you're having a good time.
It is.
And the C is perfect. Not too small, not too big.
Yeah. And welcome. Thanks for being with us. Brenda Swindle.
Let's see. First 3 nights in my new Class C with a long slide out. Wind and rain in Texas last night. Worried about the slide top. Heard it flapping in the wind.
Like a little awning.
Yeah. Question, rain, wind, slide in?
It depends. Texas can get really windy. I think of Amarillo, it really gets windy there.
Mm-hmm.
But your slides should be fine. And what you're just hearing is, I think, normal flap. Now, I don't know how windy. 50-mile-an-hour winds, I'd bring them in. I'd probably move. I'd probably go to another.
Get out of town?
I'd get out of town, drive out of that storm. But 20-mile-an-hour wind, whatever, it should be okay. Now, you don't want to have an awning out. Never, ever, no matter what the weather's like.
We always take in our awnings in the evening.
In fact, I always say, don't
even if you go away for a long
don't
period
go
of time.
if you're going to go sightseeing for a couple hours, bring your awning in, because weather can change like that. But I think that's just that little cover over your slide out, and that's all that's stopping. Go out and look. Take a flashlight and look and see what's happening. And if you think that it's really causing some issues or it's going to rip, then bring it in. But
better safe than sorry.
I think you're just hearing the natural sound of wind blowing up.
And you're not going to sleep anyway because you're going to be thinking about it. So you might as well bring it in.
So put on a raincoat, flashlight, go out and look at it, make sure it looks like everything's okay. Karen and Marty.
Okay, they're in Baxter, Tennessee. Looking forward to greeting everyone the next few days. We will have to bundle up at the gathering.
Yep.
True.
Well, Jerry and Susie are bringing us a load of firewood. We're going to invite everybody out to our property on Tuesday and Wednesday nights after the picnic and after the block party, and let them hang around the campfire. Bring your own chairs, and we'll have a big fire. But that'll be fun to actually have a warm fire. Cindy Konu from upstate New York.
We just returned from first autumn RV trip. Got stuck and had to be towed out of the mud.
Ooh.
Battery died the first day.
Oh.
So it was a challenge getting slides in and jacks up right on Lake Ontario. Man, the wind blew and the stars were terrific.
Yeah.
Back home tonight. Glad to see you both.
Well, at least you had beautiful stars.
You got camping stories.
Yeah.
At least the stars were out and were beautiful.
Cindy, I think you're going to do great because you've got a great attitude. She ends it. The stars are terrific. Back home tonight. And thanks for joining us.
Sometimes it all goes perfect, and other times anything that can go wrong goes wrong.
Yep.
Like the one I got pneumonia and everything kept going wrong, and then the dog died. I mean, it was just like
that was 1 year trip for us.
Yeah, it was quite the trip.
Yeah, and then we got broken into too, didn't we? Yeah, we got broken into in
it all went wrong. If it could go wrong, it went wrong.
But we still had a great time on the trip, even though we were in the hospital in Red Lodge, Montana. Ask us about that sometimes. We'll tell you that story. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that L. So your name, thanks for it. Bile from Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, Bile.
Why? Stop. What do you think about diesel RV or gasoline RV? Which one is good to save money? Thank you.
None. I mean,
probably regular gas. Diesel's expensive.
Yes, diesel's at least $1 a gallon more right now, and it's usually more. A couple times it was less.
And usually when you have a diesel, isn't it more expensive to have service on your vehicle?
Yeah, it is. But that's because, on the other hand, diesel engines run longer.
Mm-hmm. They're workhorses.
They are workhorses. I mean, that's why you see so many of the FedEx vehicles are running on diesel.
And Amazon, they bought up every diesel they could find out there.
Yeah, well, now they're buying up the gas.
Everything else.
So I like diesel. We're back to
it's easier to get gas. Gas is like usually everywhere, where diesel sometimes it's just a little bit harder.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes you might go to there might only be 1 or 2 pumps at a 10 pump station that have diesel. But if money is the main object, then get a pop-up camper. But probably gasoline is cheaper. But I think it's it doesn't have the torque that a diesel engine does. So.
Yeah, but if you don't need that torque,
no, if you don't need it, just save your money. Yep. So, Judy P.
Where will you live when your house sells? If you are building on your new lot, where will you live before it's built?
I don't know. You got some room, Judy? Well, we have, our fifth wheel, and I just told you how that'll handle in the winter. Mm-hmm. And we have our motorhome. And we're remodeling a house on this new property.
It would have been easier to have built a new house. We're doing a major remodel. And,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Keeping our fingers
Supposedly
crossed.
It starts tomorrow. I'm glad we're not in Michigan with demo or with all the demolition. But thank you for being concerned for us.
You.
But it's going to be an adventure, and I'm sure we'll be doing some of our Ask Us Anything.
When your kids like us. Right? We're flexible.
Yeah,
when you're kind of goofy like us.
We're kind of impulsive sometimes.
Yes, we are impulsive. This house was being flipped.
And there
was you either want it or you don't.
And so but when they flip it, they don't necessarily put the quality that you would have it if it was your own. So we stopped that and bought it as is, and now we've got to go through
As
and
I
make
can
it.
see, they were spraying everything.
Now we have to go through and make it not as is, but as we want it. So it's going to take a long time. Street news now.
Another beautiful day in Southern California, Los Angeles. Reporting in at 71 degrees,
Oh
which
my
is
gosh.
perfect,
Yep.
delightful.
SoCal, man, I love it. 71, October in Southern California. That's a great month. Janice Preston Heidel.
Lot 21 at Buffalo River property. Wanted to be down there for the get together. Our house hasn't sold yet. Hoping you make it a yearly event.
Well, we'll know. We're a little nervous because of this cold snap that's coming. It's very unusual. Usually the days are like yesterday was 75.
Mm-hmm.
Today was 70. It's beautiful. I'm still in short sleeves, and this thing is coming Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday is going to be a little cold. But so we're a little worried about that. And the other thing is that the campers are far away, 30 miles down the road. So they have to drive 30 miles into here and then 30 miles back. But that's just the way it all worked out when the first place we had planned to stop fell through.
Yeah, the first place fell through.
And things happen,
there's another place.
And actually, everybody seems to be very excited about Loretta Lynn.
I think where we're going is better.
It's beautiful country, and the trees are in color. So if everybody's happy with it, we'll make this a regular event.
Everybody drives slow. There's lots of deer. They're all over the place.
Yeah, and maybe we can talk to the city a little bit and find a better place where we can put up folks closer into town. But I think they're all going to have fun at Loretta Lynn's, and we'll be over there first thing in the morning. So, and then we'll be in Linden on Tuesday, Wednesday. So, Matthew Blair.
When pulling a travel trailer over passes in the late fall, should I lower the braking pressure to the trailer brakes so the tow vehicle engages first, or leave it where it's set?
Leave it where it's set. I think that's what you want to do. Leave it where it's set. Let the tow vehicle do most of it. Now you may, you can adjust that as you're coming through. If you're finding that the tow vehicle's brakes are heating up, if it's a really long pass that you're going down, then divide it up a little bit and give it a little bit more for the vehicle that you're towing. But I like to just kind of use those adjustments. Sometimes if I'm going down a big hill and I have to stop, I'll give myself a couple of touches on that. So it becomes rather subjective in how you're comfortable, but you don't want to burn up your brakes either and get too hot on your tow vehicle. Eric Miller.
Commodore Hotel is mentioned in a little feast song, Dixie Chicken Waiting for Columbus. It's a great album.
I don't know that. And if that's the case, we'll have to check that out. I think we're eating something called Linden chicken, which is a special concoction that the Dumonts have made for at the Commodore. We had that once before here. A couple months ago. We had it. We really liked it. So interesting, Eric. I didn't know that. So I don't know if it was this hotel or maybe it was another Commodore hotel, but sounds great. That's great. Judy P.
I'm in Florida and have 2 guest rooms. Come on down. Judy, you are so sweet.
All right. Don't make idle.
But do
threats.
You know that we have a 65-pound Norwegian elk hound who likes to bark?
Yes, he does. Well, thank you, Judy. And we have
he's
our
hairy.
I think we're pretty good for a while. But Mary Hamaga.
We are burning up your wood.
Hey, stop burning up our wood. It's not that cold out there right now. So I think Mary's some of the early gatherers are here. So that's great. And Paul Richardson with the question.
Thank you so much for the video on GMRS. It got me to thinking about purchasing a unit or 2. I agree that channel 19 should be the standard for RVers. We need to get that idea going. I think you're right.
Yeah,
that would be a great thing.
For those of you who wonder what Paul's talking about, he's talking about GMRS. Our YouTube video this week on the RV Lifestyle YouTube channel was kind of a geeky thing I did on two-way radios and this system that is really awesome for RVers, and suggesting what we really need is like the old CB radio had channel 19, use the GMS channel 19, GMRS, which is, it's a different service, so it's not the same as CB, but use 19 on that and to communicate as you're on the road. I'm trying to talk all the folks at the Woodlands too into getting a GMRS. Then we have our own little radio network that we can all talk and find out where everybody is. the thing that we didn't expect when we bought property is how many friends we would make here that are like us, RVers from all over the country who love being away in this beautiful part of Middle Tennessee and being a part of this great community. So, but GMRS, it's great. Paul, let me know what you find.
I don't know if it's almost time to quit.
It is.
45 minutes.
It's all gone. Just a quick plug. You can find out more about GMRS and all of our partners, the products that we use, the people that we recommend is at the RV Lifestyle blog under partners. Many of them will give you a special gift or a special discount or perk for being a part of our following. Also, again, the podcast, audio and video podcast on Wednesday. We're going to talk in depth about winterization, and we look forward to having you join us. And of course, every day at rvlifestyle.com, we have new articles and new content.
And stay tuned for next week, Sunday, to see if we all survive the bitter cold.
Yes, we'll be talking next Sunday about the cold, and I think we'll be doing a lot of Instagram and on the RV Lifestyle blog. We'll have a bunch of stuff about the trip as well. So check that out. You can kind of laugh at us, those of you in warm weather, and those of you who want to know what it's like to camp in cold weather. Follow our adventures. Thanks to Phyllis Carr upstairs, who's going to make us all go to work pretty soon, stuffing those gift bags for you attendees. Thanks to Chris Cowley for being over on YouTube, and we look forward to seeing you all.
And I'm worried about our missing person
who's driving from.
Well, she doesn't. They didn't tell us. She didn't tell us if she got a car. I'm picturing.
Well, she knows we're on the air, so.
Oh, that's probably why she's not texting. She's being polite.
She's polite. She knows it. All right. Hey, we look forward to seeing all of you who are down here or coming on their way here for this gathering. And for all the rest of you, thank you for being with us every week. It's just take a big hug from us. We're delighted. Love you all. See you next week.
Happy trails.